Yesterday, I spent 1 hour on WeChat. I was flooded with get rich, get prettier, look younger content. By the end, I felt miserable. These platforms are built to trigger our lack, so we keep spending money to fix our problems while they profit. In this video, I'll share how I built abundance by hitting scarcity in every area of my life. Not by changing how I think, but by changing how I live. Because when you finally feel enough, abundance starts to find you. China Munger once said, invert always invert. So instead of asking how to feel abundant, I ask what creates lack and how can I stop feeding it. That's when I began to train my nervous system, my thoughts, and my energy to stabilize at a vibration of I already have enough. Below are the 7 forms of lack I healed in the past 9 months. Lack of time. We all say we don't have enough time, yet we spend hours scrolling. Now I quit scrolling at night. I go to bed around 9:30 and wake up around 4 without an alarm. That gives me 3 sacred hours in the morning, focused, still, and totally mine. At night, I consumed and felt miserable. In the morning, I create and feel fulfilled. Not every hour is the same hour. When your mind is scattered, time feels scarce. When your attention is focused, time expands. Early rising is a leverage tool. It gives me the clearest hours in a day to do the most important task in my life. It's not about productivity. It's about reclaiming your life from chaos and returning it to yourself. Lack of energy. Most fatigue doesn't come from doing too much. It's coming from absorbing too much. Endless scrolling, breaking news, constant noise. Every notification pulls a little life force away. So I quitted social media and news, not to escape the world, but to return to myself. I spent the time I used to spend scrolling on sleeping, writing, meditation, and creating. And I gained more and more energy along the way. The first step isn't gaining more energy, it's protecting what you already have. Lack of money. I used to chase money from a place of fear, checking the market every day, worrying and comparing. That energy of lack made me act from greed and panic, so I lost 50%. Then I stopped. I stopped chasing out wealth and started to cultivate inner wealth. Clarity, patience, peace. When my energy shifted, my result shifted too. Without forcing, my portfolio grew over 60% twice. The market didn't change, my vibration did. Money is no longer a measure of worth. It's a mirror of inner wealth. Because inner wealth, wisdom, peace, and enoughness is the foundation of the outer wealth. And I trust once I build inner wealth, outer wealth follows naturally. Lack of love. For years, I craved to be seen and to be understood by someone else. But that version of life feels unstable. Then I realized something simple but powerful. The love I was chasing outside was the part I hadn't yet built inside. So I turned my attention inward. I built the qualities I once admired in others. Strength, resilience, willpower, discipline, and courage. Last week I missed someone, but instead of feeding that missing, I chose to surrender. Because I saw it clearly, the missing itself whispered, "You're not enough." When I let it go, my energy returned and I pulled it back into building myself. That was the love I had been searching for all along. Love for my own becoming. I healed my lack of love by learning to love myself through growth, devotion, and truth. Lack of worth. I struggled with low self-worth for years. First because of my upbringing, then because I was a stay-at-home mom. I used to seek validation, please people, hoping their confirmation make me feel enough. Now I've stopped. I define my own worth and focus on what fulfills me. I built a body with strength, a mind with depth, a heart with love, a soul in peace, and a belief trusting that inner abundance attracts outer abundance. Each act, small or big, is how I tell myself, I'm enough, not someday, but today. I healed my lack of worth by living in a way that proved it to myself every day. Fear for future. Half of my scarcity mindset came from fearing the future. The fear scattered my focus and made me run away to distractions. Then this January I realized fearing the future was keeping me stuck in it. So I did two things instead: prepare and trust. Instead of worrying for money, I save, invest, and build inner wealth. Instead of worrying for the world, I live peacefully and prepare quietly. Instead of worrying about my kids, I model love and strength. Instead of worrying for my future, I take actions daily and trust myself to meet it when it arrives. Peace doesn't come from predicting the future. It comes from preparing for it and trust the time. Lack of meaning. I used to ask, what's a meaningful life? The more I searched for an answer, the more I realized there wasn't one. Meaning isn't found, it's created. For me, meaning is following curiosity, learning, and sharing. When I live in that flow, life feels full again. That's how I healed my 7 lacks. All forms of lack are connected, different form of one illusion. I'm not enough. But when you heal one form of lack, you start to heal them all. Because wholeness is interconnected too. Lack fragments, abundance integrates. When you live in sufficiency, calm, gratitude, and clarity, all parts of you start sinking again. Abundance isn't about having more, it's feeling complete inside, even when life is imperfect. When you turn inward instead of chasing outward, everything, including real abundance, starts to flow. In my next video, I'll share my 6-dimensional abundance framework. A life where body, mind, emotions, spirit, energy, and wealth flow as one integrated system. Because when you live in harmony with yourself, life harmonizes with you.